to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Gary Michaels Clothier's 42nd anniversary sale is happening now. Our entire new fall inventory of suits, sport coats, sweaters, slacks, outerwear, footwear, all now marked up to 42% off. Don't miss your opportunity to save big on brands like Marcello, Bugatti, Jack Victor, Heritage Gold, Alberto, and Zanella. It's Gary Michaels' 42nd anniversary sale going on now through October 18th. Gary Michaels Clothier's 56th and Pine Lake, right here in Lincoln.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through October 12th, enjoy 6-ounce USDA Choice Bacon Wrap Filet Mignon for $9.99 each. 10-pound tubes of 85% lean ground beef, $4.99 per pound. All-natural, thick-cut, bone-in pork chops, $1.99 per pound. And Miller Lite or Coors Light, 24 packs, $17.99 each when you buy 2. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at Schweizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Blake Farm Outfitters, and we're all about equipping the modern farmer. Our team is Nebraska's go-to for precision planting, SurePoint liquid systems, Green Eye Spot Spray, and more. So whether you're considering an equipment upgrade, adding new tech, or just need a trained eye to service what you have, check us out. Creep on us at BlakeFarmOutfitters.com and get connected with our team of experts. We're excited to help you find what's next. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
Are you tired of living in pain? At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, they make it simple. From head to toe, spine to extremities, they've got you covered. Their multi-specialty team of experts in orthopedic surgery, plastic surgery, podiatry, physical therapy, and occupational therapy all work under one roof to get you back to living life pain-free. Don't wait another day. Visit prairie-ortho.com today or call them at 402-489-4700. Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins.
This just in, hot off the bench press. Planet Fitness has expanded strength equipment. We're raising the bar with these benches, and our hack squat will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all the best-in-class equipment we've always had. There's no better time to get stronger. Join the club today for $1 down, $15 a month, now through October 10th. Planet Fitness is proud to partner with Boys and Girls Clubs of America to create stronger, kinder communities. See Home Club for details.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of BJ Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostrider. Watch out! Mafisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good!
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, good morning on this tremendous Tuesday. It is absolutely gorgeous outside. I was telling Slim, these are the fall mornings that I've been longing for. It's a crisp, clean air. It's not windy. It's not raining. It's sunny. Nick, I tell you what, the weather outside is as nice as your beard is right this morning, man.
Well, actually, that's funny you say that. I'm going to be trimming it down tonight. So
We'll trim down.
yeah, we're going to stubble.
So you're going to Seoul because your trip coming up. You're going
No,
to look good.
that's well, I
Chicago
mean,
for
sure.
Big Ten Media Days for basketball.
I suppose that would work.
Were you hoping it gives your?
I'm hoping it
your
gives the Cubs
some-
life. They're on life support right now.
Nick, you know what? You know when that thing goes beep, beep,
Yep.
beep. Theirs is going beep.
Yeah. They are holding on for dear life right now, AD.
Hey man, there's a lot. Hey, that's why you play the game though, baby. There is time left. There's some things they can do.
It's bad.
And the things they can do, hit the ball and win.
You want to know
break it down.
the worst statistic ever?
What's that?
It has been 2,917 days since the Cubs scored more than 3 runs in a postseason game.
Wow.
The last time the Cubs scored more than 3 runs in a postseason game was in a 9-8 win in 2017.
That's a long time, brother.
We're talking, you are approaching 3,000 days to where in a postseason game, you have not scored more than 3 runs.
What time is today's game?
They don't play today.
Tomorrow's game.
They don't play today. They play tomorrow, 4:08 p.m. And Austin Norman and I will be in attendance.
That's going to be a great. Has Austin been?
Yeah,
to a
it's
pro
going to
game
be a
before
great game.
baseball?
Yeah,
He's been to Royals.
Oh yeah,
games.
yeah. Big baseball guy.
But what about a Cubs game?
Never to a Cubs game.
You've been to a few, haven't you?
I've never been to a Cubs game at Wrigley. It'll be my first time at Wrigley tomorrow.
Oh man, yeah, I can see you just
Yeah.
beaming with excitement. Maybe.
Oh yeah. I'm
maybe what you ought to do. Okay,
half excitement, half incredibly nervous energy.
you know,
Because if they lose, then they're done.
bring the spirit of Quinn 92.
I don't need to do that.
Bring the spirit of Quinn 92, and you'll be just fine, man.
I suppose so.
David, man, it's good to see you on the text line. He's recovering in the hospital. He's doing his thing. Yes, I'm dressed a little different today. Dave, I had their event this morning. I was a greeter at the State of the City event this morning at the Marriott Cornhusker Hotel.
Were you handing out smiley face stickers?
No, I was just handing out my face.
Okay,
Just-
there you
just
go.
smiling and greeting. Shaking hands. Giving hugs, kissing babies.
Yeah.
All that good stuff. So yeah, it was a good event, man. It was a good event, and it's rare, Nick, that I get to go to an event and I don't have to do something. As far as this, be on the program. So it was really cool just to be at the door shaking hands, seeing a buddy of mine, Matt Frederick. I went to high school with Matt. He actually went to East, but his wife Clover hadn't seen Matt in a long time. Me and him go back since small fry basketball. basketball.
Whoa, small.
fry.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
we're talking 40 years, man. So seeing him as well, my frat brother Benny Shobi, I can go on. Mayor Leary was there, and my buddy Tim Clare,
Mhm.
you know, of course, border agent, good friend. My son Aiden works for him there at Rimba Luki. So just a lot of good people that I was able to see and bump elbows with my boy Q. I call him Q. Quentin Brown. He's the executive director of Educare here in town. But just a great job by Leadership Lincoln of doing that. Mick Holden, who's the executive director, I believe he's retiring. So he did a great keynote tonight, sharing the history of Leadership Lincoln as well.
How many ties do you have?
Oh, it's funny you said
How
that.
many various ties do you have? Because I'm looking at this whole together, you know, put
ensemble.
The ensemble. Thank you. And it looks nice, but like that tie is very specific to what you can wear it with.
Yeah, it's you could rock it with a few different
but so
ensembles,
that
but you got to just kind of, you know, you don't, because we usually, as you know, I'm wearing a sweatsuit here.
Yeah.
Even when I speak, Nick, as you know, even yesterday in Manhattan, I had a suit, but I
Yeah.
had a Nebraska polo underneath with my white Air Force One.
Oh yeah, your favorite shoes now to wear.
My favorite ones now. So it's a lot more, and even the event like this I did, but you know, as number of ties,
Are we looking like 100?
I think it's probably over 100.
Wow.
Yeah, it's probably over 100. But Nick, post-COVID, I just don't wear them as much anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, styles have changed a little bit since then, and I've always been a classic tie guy. I don't want to get some, you know, tie that's just, you know, some fat.
You don't do the skinny ties.
I got a few of those, but those are kind of transient in far as, you know, they'll be in style once and they're gone again.
Yep.
But no, I'm pretty traditional when it comes to suits. You know, I don't like the loud stuff. I want something that's going to be
I got to be honest, AD. There's very few men who can pull off a polka dot, and you are one of them.
You could pull this off, Swim.
Not a chance on God's green earth. Not a chance.
So you gotta stop.
I would look like a circus animal.
Jay Foreman sitting Nick with fashion advice.
Thank you, Jay. I'm serious. I was given a compliment about
Nick,
the ensemble.
You could rock this suit.
Not a
pinstripe
chance.
Suit. A number of people came up and said, "Yo, man, I couldn't wear that." Yeah, you could. Yes, you can.
A lot of it's confidence, which I don't lack, but I would say this, that I just know that would not, maybe it wouldn't match my skin tone.
Oh, so you're the only black guy.
No, that's not. I knew that was a problem.
Only blacks
That's
can wear
no.
pinstripe suits.
I think like also body type matters. You're a little more cut and trimmed than I am.
I've seen plenty.
The Rolex on the left wrist.
No, that's not a Rolex.
That's a Timex.
It just looks expensive. It's really not.
Yeah.
Got an airport swap shop somewhere.
Bought it on the beaches of Mexico.
I haven't done that before,
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Some guys pay $44, man. $45.
I went back home. Mom, I got Oakley's.
No, those are just called
those
Clees.
are Folkleys.
Those are called Folkleys or just
Folkleys.
Clees.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of Jay, though, I love Jay's, the haircut he's been rocking, man. Because, see, Jay's not going to lose his hair.
No.
And Jay, remember Charles Oakley?
I do.
Oakley's got a similar hairstyle as
Yeah.
Jay. And I love that look, man. And it's cultural. It's our heritage, man. And it's just, and he's got the salt and pepper going on.
I told Jay he needs to get a flat top. I mean, not that necessarily would
transit
look.
thing we were talking
well, yeah,
about?
true. I don't know if it would look good, but it would be fun to see Jay as the flat top.
Jay got it rocking out with that traditional look. But I know he had one in high school, though.
I know.
I had one in high school. There's a lot of flat tops happening there. Here's
what age were you when you, Mr. Clean?
I started shaving into college.
Wow.
Yeah, I started shaving into college. It just became
Just because you knew it was time, or because you just didn't like the maintenance.
I think a lot of us did. Receivers did for not all the receivers, but for something. Corey Dixon shaved mine off the first time, and then I grew hair again. I had it for a while. Then I started getting that cul-de-sac. Started showing up, and I'm like, man, I'm just gonna keep it bald.
Yeah,
I didn't worry about it after that.
See, that's what I'm a little concerned about. Like the first time that if I were, I'm never going to, because my hair's fine. Like I was worried a couple of months ago about the whole balding thing. I think it's gotten better, so we're heading in the right direction. But I will say this: like I'm if I were to ever shave it, I'd be concerned about it just not growing back as thick.
Actually, it comes back thicker.
See, that's what I feel like that's a myth.
It's not a myth.
I think other people should try it first and then let me know.
I can tell you, just like when you shave Nick, it's just like when you shave your beard.
Yeah, but I'd be fine if I never
know
grew more hair.
But your hair is not going to change from your beard to your head. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So when you shave your beard,
My
it
luck,
comes
it would
back
be.
thicker.
I gotta get married, then I can do it.
Dude, you've been all over the place. I got to shave my beard. I can't wear the suit. I got to get
Well, I
married.
gotta get married so I can shave my head.
So then it's like, hey, we in here now. So
Yeah,
let's
you
all
locked
do it.
down. You locked down. You locked down. David says spray paint does wonders for bald spots. That's mean, David.
Mark from Cook, good morning. He goes, Swim could wear it, but should he wear it?
No, yeah, I don't know.
Bo Lever, yes, the mullet. The mullet.
We've had some people we've had somebody that requested a PPB price per bite for Wrigley Field. I don't know. I don't know if I want to.
I bet you a beer there would run at least $16 minimum.
I would say about 14. Yeah, I think in the 12 to 16 range.
Mm-hmm.
So I think so too.
Burger, $10.
Yeah, if not more.
Yeah.
Because the way they'll package it,
too.
they'll be like, hey, burger and fries, $18, or you can get the burger for $14. It's like, well,
sucker you
okay, at that
into
time.
not getting more.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all marketing.
Yeah, exactly.
Swim, I know that you guys have talked about it. Folks, we got a great show for you this morning. I'll kind of give you an update of what's going to roll this week. I will be in tomorrow. Nick will not be in tomorrow.
Yep.
I will be out Thursday. Nick will be out Thursday. I will be back Friday.
I'll be back Friday.
Nick will be back Friday.
Austin and I believe are going to do the show on Thursday from Chicago, though.
Oh, sweet.
So
sweet.
so Austin and I we'll be on the show, just not in studio.
So I'll have Thursday off.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll take it.
I guess if you want to look at it that way, you could have Thursday off.
But you guys will be remote though, right?
Yes, we will.
Yeah, that gets bulky.
Yeah.
That gets bulky. Yeah, it gets bulky.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of what the agenda is for this week, and obviously we'll have pregame on Saturday. I think that begins at 11 o'clock a.m. pregame show.
Yes, that's right.
From Austin's information there. So full slate, big game against Maryland, folks. Before we go out to break, and we'll come back a little break, talk more about it, and this will be the last we talk about Sparta.
Yeah.
The Spartans. Nick, what's your grade for the offense? We'll go through this somewhat quickly, but what's your grade for the offense?
Yeah, I mean, I would sit there and say that for Nebraska versus Michigan State offensive grade, I mean, I think it's bizarre for me to say this considering they scored almost 40 points, but I'm giving them a C. Like I just that second quarter. I mean, Matt Rule said it yesterday in his presser, which we'll get to later in the show. He said that was some of the worst offensive football performance that he's been a part of, and I mean it was bad. Atrocious. It was abysmal, and so I think for that reason Nebraska could not get in a rhythm. It was a very strange game. There was a lot of injury pauses and stoppages. It felt like every time there wasn't an injury, they were going to media timeouts or it was the end of a quarter. Nebraska's defense couldn't get off the field a couple of times. There was one drive that Michigan State went over 9 minutes of possession time on one single drive. Then later in the game, they went over 7.5 minutes of possession time on a single drive. So there was a lot of instances to where I think Nebraska, they just couldn't get into a rhythm. However, you still got to be able to figure out a way to do so. And so because of that, I think that's why I am not too pleased with the offense because it was real clunky for a large part of the game. So I give them a C.
Nick, I am going to say this. In the past, at least 5 to 6, I would say longer than this, probably the past 8 years, Nebraska would not have outscored an opponent 24-6 down the stretch, which they did in the fourth quarter. They flipped the switch. With everything, I agree with the grade, though. I would say it got them to a C because of what they did in the fourth quarter, outscoring them 24-6. Obviously, we jumped out to that 14-0 lead. Looked like a blowout was brewing. In fact, the people I was watching was like, man, it's going to be a blowout. I said, in fact, I was telling Acom, I said, no, bro. I said, Michigan State is not going to lay over that easy.
Well, and it worked out perfect. I mean, Michigan State, if they're any game that they play, and I kind of saw this against USC 2 weeks ago before their bye week, or, even Nebraska, you could just tell that the way that they need to play and have games go in order to win them is they just got to muck them up. Like they got to make them in the trenches, fight against it, just hard-nosed, physical type of football. And if they do that, then they're going to be in a spot to win because I don't think Michigan State's capable of scoring 40 a game, right? So ultimately it was playing perfectly into Michigan State's hand. Good job in Nebraska, though, breaking it.
I think, I got a text from my buddy Matt Spethman. Speaking of catching the ball, Ja'Cory Barney had some great catches there. And Matt Spethman, former East, I appreciate you, Matt. I see Matt this morning. If you're a Lincoln native, you've been here and you watched high school football in the past 40 years, that's how old we're getting now, Matt, if you're listening. Matt Spethman was a bad boy at Lincoln East. His quarterback was Jim Edwards. Eric Stokes would have been a sophomore on that team that year. Sophomore or freshman, I believe, when Spethman played, but they was some bad boys. But I see Matt this morning, and speaking of catching, there was a lot of talk about, even when I was down in Manhattan yesterday, one of their longtime sports writers, because I was speaking for the Kansas Broadcasters Association, and he goes, do you think, and he follows Nebraska football close. I was impressed with how just how inclined he was and just knew about Nebraska football, even after we're no longer in their conference. He goes, you'll see what, and an older gentleman, he goes, you'll see what type of guy Dane Key is by not getting the ball. And he goes, everything I read about him, and he says, people I've talked to down in Kentucky, he goes, he won't skip a beat. So that's yet to be seen. But I think Dane Key, there's a reason why that he won all the awards that he did as far as leadership, et cetera, when he was down in Kentucky. In that a game like this, I think his main objective is he knows he's going to get his balls in there. And I think Jay and Austin did a good job. And if he's not getting them, I'm sure that they'll know, like, hey, man, I need a few more feeds here, So.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I wonder about the expectation of Dane Key, like what Nebraska's staff is asking him to do, because for his first 3 years of college ball, he wasn't going to, his stats weren't going to jump off the page. Like they weren't, he wasn't a 1,000-yard catcher. He wasn't a 1,000-yard receiver. He caught a high volume of passes, 40 passes last year and stuff. But this year, 16 catches, a little under 250 receiving yards for Dane Key. 3 scores, though, for the Kentucky transfer. You're right. Like, what are we going to see from him? I would say, though, on the flip side, we are starting to really see the emergence of Isaiah Hunter. Not only because of his touchdown, but this is now one of the things, and I'm excited to hear Dana Holgorsen kind of talk a little bit about it today, because it feels like whenever they get in a slump or they get into a rut, they have 2 guys, and it's Ja'Cory or it's Isaiah Hunter, that they feel like, okay, get the ball in their hands, try to get it to them in space, let their athleticism do the rest of the work. And that's not speaking less about Dane Key. I think Dane Key can still be your trusty, third down option. You need just a strong catch. You need a couple of yards in traffic. Then Dane Key's kind of your guy. But we're seeing the relationship and the chemistry between Isaiah Hunter and Dylan Raiola continue to increase, as they also try to figure out ways to get Ja'Cory Barney involved more and more in the passing game as well.
Nick, the Nebraska obviously didn't play perfect. They were far from, but they showed something even better. I thought they showed a lot of resilience. It was a game full of momentum swings. There was missed opportunities, there were penalties. But the reality is this, so swimming to the listeners, they found a way to win. And we know the narrative in the past, they would have found a way to lose that game.
Yeah.
To Michigan State scored 21 unanswered points. Looked like the wheels were going to fall off. But here's a few things of the offense. Emmett, 3 touchdowns, 83 yards rushing, 6 catches, 37 yards. He was like a utility knife. And he was one of those sparks that came out there. Of course, Deshaun Singleton, defensive MVP, played lights out, had the scoop and score that was almost there that he had. Raiola, 16 of 24, 194 yards. That INT was unacceptable, and he'll be the first to admit that. But I like the way that he hung in there under tough circumstances, man. You're not always going to throw for 300, even 250 without some hiccups. The main thing for this team, Nick, what they showed on Saturday to me was resilience. And you have to do that sometimes, man.
Yeah.
There's some games to where you're looking at the film, even when you win, it's kind of like, ooh. I'd rather take a win over, oh my gosh, loss.
Yeah, and I think I said this yesterday with Austin and AD, I'll say it again before we go to break, is that I think both these things can be true and factual, is that on one hand, you're giving Nebraska credit for winning, right? Like there's positives to take out of it. Yep, just win. Now, to knock off Maryland on the road, and I mean, this is going to be Nebraska's first road game. Not often do you get to wait till week 7 of the college football season to go on the road on a true road game for the first time. It's very rare. And so Nebraska goes on the road. They will not have the over 50% fans like they did at Arrowhead back in August. And so what I would say is we're going to learn a lot about this team this week, right? Because both these things can be true. They won the game, they figured out a way to do it, and they did it, right? A feather in the cap, nice job. They also need to play dramatically better. From start to finish, 4 quarters of football, if they want to win against USC, if they want to compete against Penn State, because the USC and Penn States and Iowas are more so Michigan than they are Michigan State.
Yeah.
Even Maryland, I would say, is better
Mike
than
Lockton's
Michigan
got those
State.
boys playing, man. Terrapins
Yeah.
is playing some ball right now.
We'll say this statistic until we're blue in the face this week. They are top 5 in the country in sacks this season as a team. They have 19 sacks recorded as a team, which doesn't bode well for Nebraska's subpar offensive line performances the last 2 games. And then offensively against a mediocre Nebraska pass rush, they've only allowed 4 sacks all season long. Maryland is really good in the trenches.
They're very sound. We got to talk about special when it's real special real fast. Nick, you think about the 82-yard punt return that was called back, the blocked field goal, which you on our text, but you like, man, you called it out. Eckler called it out, and they did do that. And then the fumble recovery, special teams was pivotal in this game. In my opinion, Nick, was the decisive part of the win of the game.
It makes you feel a lot different going into half, right? It's a 7-7 ball game and not 14-7. If Nebraska doesn't punt or block that punt. And so, yeah, I mean, you've seen that. I don't know how much of it is. I mean, this is just an observation. I think maybe more so it tells you, and it enlarges the poor special teams play that we had last year.
Absolutely.
Like it magnifies just how bad it was last year.
That's a good point.
More so than even giving it credit this year. It just magnifies how bad you were last year.
Unknown texter, I agree with you on that. He goes, not all the offensive line's fault. Dillon needs to get rid of the ball quicker, talking about Raiola. And I would agree with that. There's some passes where he definitely needs to get rid of it quicker, throw it away, run or something. But yet, they got to do it together. Block better, get rid of it better.
Average time to throw this weekend for Dylan Raiola was 4.05 seconds. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of time to throw. That's a lot of time.
He's got, and I'm sure he recognizes that, because if he doesn't, Maryland's going to make sure he recognizes it if he doesn't. So work to do, but I tell you what, man, like we mentioned, you got the dub. Folks, when we come back, there was some NFL action. If you're a Chiefs fan, I hope the sun did come out this morning. We'll talk about that. We've got history coming up. We got Coach Rule's presser from yesterday. And then we're going to talk some MLB baseball and see if Nick can maybe talk something in his Cubs tomorrow. We'll be back, folks. It's The Drive.
This just in, hot off the bench press. Planet Fitness has expanded strength equipment. We're raising the bar with these benches, and our hack squat will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all the best-in-class equipment we've always had. There's no better time to get stronger. Join the club today for $1 down, $15 a month, now through October 10th. Planet Fitness is proud to partner with Boys and Girls Clubs of America to create stronger, kinder communities. See Home Club for details.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Hi, Sean Callahan here, and I've got some great news for you. Copple Chevrolet GMC is proud to be the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln metros. Copple is also celebrating its 50th anniversary. We want to say thank you to all of our customers that have helped us reach these milestones. So come see why so many customers, including myself, are choosing Copple Chevrolet GMC for their automotive needs. Please check us out at copplecars.com.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Blake Farm Outfitters, and we're all about equipping the modern farmer. Our team is Nebraska's go-to for precision planting, SurePoint liquid systems, Green Eye spot spray, and more. So whether you're considering an equipment upgrade, adding new tech, or just need a trained eye to service what you have, check us out. Creep on us at BlakeFarmOutfitters.com and get connected with our team of experts. We're excited to help you find what's next. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is your year, where your team takes it all the way. Win way more than bragging rights at Warhorse Casino, where your love of the game could put $1 million in your pocket. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with prizes all season long. Weekly cash prizes up to $1,000 cash, season-long leaderboards, and a chance to win $1 million. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, great to be back here on this tremendous, beautiful Tuesday morning. This segment is brought to you by Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services. Jack has been a well-respected representative since 1999. Can help protect your home, your family, or even your future, along with your vehicle, in case I missed that. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100 or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or in Seward to learn how Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services can help you. Nick, did you stay up and watch the game last night?
Which game? Well, the Monday Night Football game?
I know you were watching your other game.
I kept tabs. I kept tabs on the Chiefs-Jaguars game, yes.
What time did your baseball game get over?
like 11:15.
Because yours went later in the football.
Yeah, because I mean it's
Yeah.
it was an 8:00 first pitch. Thankfully tomorrow is 4:08.
Yeah.
I mean, thankfully there's that, but
And you guys are going tomorrow's game.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
Because we don't know if there's going to be a Thursday night game.
Yeah. Might want to hold off on that.
Yep. Not buying tickets for that one. Now there's a chance that I try to stick around, but we'll see. If I'm the good luck charm, no, I'm kidding. I won't. I got stuff to do Friday, but I'm filling in for Jake on early break on Friday, so
There you go.
we'll be doing that.
There
one.
you go.
So get ready for Nebraska, Maryland.
Yep, it'll be a good one. It'll be a good one. Last night, of course, the Jaguars knock off the Chiefs, which was a great game. I stayed up too late, Nick, but I still got up. I was like, it was worth it.
Yeah, you watched the game.
Yeah, 31-28. Trevor Lawrence, dude, there was times like he was bipolar out there, Nick. Other times, well, actually, both quarterbacks, as far as that goes. I mean, it was a game that was filled with a lot of ups and downs. Mahomes went for 29 for 41, 318 yards, one TD, but that pick was huge. They got taken back to the house. Trevor Lawrence was 18 of 25 for 221 yards, one touchdown, one INT as well. Kareem Hunt had some hard yards, ran hard, but only 49 yards. ATN, same thing, 12 carries, 5 more carries, same yards at 49. Kelsey, 7 for 61. But Nick, this was a game to where it just went back and forth, back and forth,
Well,
back and forth.
It was, and there's a lot of people. Let's start with the elephant in the room here. The last scoring touchdown with with Trevor Lawrence. he goes down, he falls down, obviously can get back up because nobody touched him. Did you see Chris Jones on the play?
I did not pay attention to Chris Jones.
He quit on the play. Chris Jones stood at the goal line, and here's what he said after the game. Quote, "I thought multiple times that we had him. We've just got to finish," Jones said of the final play after the game. "We've got to finish. We had multiple guys there. We got to finish that play. It was a fluke for him to be able to break that many tackles. I put it on us as a defense. We've got to finish. We've got to bring him down." Dude, you were standing 5 yards away doing nothing. You watched him. You watched him go to the end zone. You made a business decision and said, "No, I'm not getting in that scrum." And you watched him score. Don't be coming out here after the game and saying, "Oh, we got to take him down." When on the replay, AD, if you watch the replay real quick,
pulling it up. Yeah, I'm
Chris
gonna take a
Jones
peek at
gets
this.
first off beat off the line, and so he gets blocked. And
He's
then
not a guy that normally
that's
and
they disengage, and then he just like backpedals 1 or 2 steps into the end zone and just stands there for the entirety of the play. And then comes out and has the audacity to call on his teammates that they got to be better and they got to bring him down on that play.
I'm going to have to pull up the video so I can see, because I was just watching Trevor Lawrence.
I mean, now granted, here's the thing. Would Chris Jones have been able to actually tackle Trevor Lawrence and make a play? That's, who knows? Who knows if that could have been there. However, for somebody to sit here and then criticize your other guys on your defense, the ones that are actually in the middle of the play trying to tackle Trevor Lawrence, while you stand on the end zone line, on the goal line, and just stand there watching Trevor Lawrence scramble and head to the end zone.
It doesn't.
He doesn't move.
Okay. I'm going to say this. Yeah.
Like he probably now being
He's
realistic.
probably thinking, I'm not going to be able to catch him.
Well, at the beginning of the play, he was going to be able to.
Yeah, because I'm watching him going, because they got him in slow motion. Even after he rushed, that doesn't look good, man.
He stood there.
Yeah, that doesn't.
And then he
look
comes
good.
out. Hey, we got to finish. I thought multiple times we had him. We've got to finish that play.
Yeah,
we've got to bring him down on that.
Say, I love Chris Jones, but your eyes tell you what. I mean, the eyes don't lie.
The film don't lie.
The film don't lie. The eyes don't lie. And I'm watching this. It looks like almost a coach's cut. I mean, it's not a good look. It's not a good look.
Jones also only.
I love Chris Jones.
He only had 1 tackle yesterday too.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
I mean, it's one of those things. And like I said, being realistic, Trevor Lawrence very well could have just scored anyway on that play, and that's fine.
Yeah,
but at least you don't have the addition of a veteran leader on your defense, just standing there watching it all unfold as you now fall to 2-3 on the season. AD, how concerned are you about the Chiefs? Are they still the team to beat in the AFC West in your opinion, or has either the Broncos or the Chargers taken that role over?
Here's some good. I think that whole division is going to be tough, with an exception of the Raiders, as far as that goes.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be tough. If they would have lost to a team that was 1-3, I'd be more concerned.
Okay.
Because everything I seen last night, those things are fixable. And then you have Hunt coming back in next week, I believe, right?
Rasheed Rice.
Rasheed Rice, not Hunt, running back. You got Rice coming back next week. I would be more concerned if they lost to a team that wasn't good. Jacksonville's been balling. That's just the bottom line.
They're fine.
And I'm not saying they're like, oh my gosh, Jacksonville.
Hey.
No, I'm not saying that.
Do you know who the Chiefs got next week?
Who they got next week?
Sunday Night Football, Detroit Lions.
Well, that's who the Chiefs got?
Chiefs host Detroit on Sunday Night Football next week.
Now, Nick, again, that's a good team. But regardless, though, Nick, here's the reality. Just because they're a good team or a better team, you can't keep losing either. Well, they were a good team, so we lost. No.
I mean,
you eventually have to find a way to win these games, and they started themselves in the hole, early on by losing. So if I'm a Chiefs fan, which my neighbor Eric Fuentes is a huge Chiefs fan, my nephews, MJ, have no idea why, but nevertheless, I'm concerned, but I'm not alarmed quite yet. But I'm very concerned, Nick. You're 1-3.
Yeah, it's wild.
I'm very concerned.
You're 2-3.
2-3. I'm very concerned, but I'm not alarmed yet. But I'm very concerned.
Yeah, your 2 wins have come against New York and Baltimore.
Chiefs fans, let us know on the Owl text line too, 402-464-5685. How are you feeling about your Chiefs?
It's Detroit, then Las Vegas, then Washington. You feel like you could potentially go 1-2 there, I suppose. Or excuse me, 2-1 there. Then it's at Buffalo, at Denver, versus Indianapolis.
They better figure it out quick.
I mean,
hey, and Nick, even with
the
receiver coming back, dude hasn't played since last year. You can't expect him to come out and just be like, all out.
Yeah.
He's young. There's going to take some time. So, to your point, the Chiefs got their work cut out for them. Like I said, but I'm not alarmed, but I'm concerned if I'm a Chiefs fan.
I don't know. And I mean, now it is beneficial for Kansas City because Los Angeles, they had to place their rookie running back, Omarion Hampton, on IR. And so they are without Omarion Hampton, their rookie running back out of North Carolina. Denver looks fine, right? Like Denver looks fine.
They go in to beat.
Yeah,
Philly
they beat Philly, right?
And then look at the Patriots.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking AFC West.
AFC West, yeah.
So I think, the Patriots are fine.
I'm just in regards to just both. There's no undefeated teams now with those two get knocked off. And both teams got knocked off at the crib as far as that goes. But, Nick, like you said, that division is a tough division. If I'm a Chiefs fan, I'm very concerned, but I'm not alarmed yet. OJCJ, good morning to you. Goes, feeling great about KC. Go Broncos.
That's what I'm saying. And I mean,
he's like, issues? What issues are you talking about?
Hey,
who are these issues?
Hey, you want to talk about the Patriots though here real quick? Tell me which of these games you don't feel like they can win. Up until week 14, their bye week. New Orleans, Tennessee, Cleveland, Atlanta, New York, Cincinnati. That is the Patriots' upcoming schedule.
Oh gosh,
up until their bye week in week 14.
Okay, Nick, is easy. I'm going to say easy. As winnable as that schedule is,
I mean,
Nick, here's the thing, though. They better hold on to the football. That's been their bugaboo.
Yeah.
That's been their bugaboos, man. But they got a very pleasant ride if they take care of business. None of those teams you mentioned scare me whatsoever. Maybe Cleveland, which my Steelers got on Sunday.
if it's like a 10-3 game.
But that defense, man, is
that's what I'm saying. But if New England could score over 17 points, you feel like a good chance to beat Cleveland.
They'll win.
I mean, New Orleans, bad.
Terrible.
Tennessee, terrible.
They snuck out a win against Arizona. Arizona gave that game away, basically.
Both New York's terrible.
Terrible.
Who knows when Joe Burrow is back for Cincinnati? When it's Jake Browning, terrible. and then you play the Jets twice, and then you finish out with Miami.
Jake,
Oof.
I love you, man, but yeah, by that time, I don't even know if they'll even have a coach.
Yeah, I mean, yikes.
Folks,
there you go.
It's they definitely have a nice path. That's for sure. In fact, lots of age. He's a huge Patriots
Mike.
fan. Mike is a huge
Patriots fan. Yeah.
Huge Patriots fan. Folks, over the past weekend, to run these down real fast, the Vikings take care of Cleveland 21-17. Other notable games, Carolina somehow found a way to come back and beat Miami. Miami was winning that game 27-24. They win. Ravens drop another one, the worst loss, I think, under Harbaugh as far as 44-10. They are just in a mess there in Baltimore. Cowboys basically curb stomp the Jets. That score was not indicative of the game. Pete, well done. Raiders absolutely get beat like they stole something, 40-6 by the Colts. Buccaneers have a great game, 38-35, a walk-off field goal. I watched into that game. That was a great game. Ravs Broncos go into Philly and take out one of the remaining unlost teams, teams who hadn't lost a point. So they're not knocked off as well. And then last night, of course, 31-28, Jacksonville takes care of the Chiefs. Folks, it's week 6 coming up, and it's going to be interesting. That's coming up Thursday night. Who we got Thursday night football this week? I got to check out who we got in week 6 Thursday night football. It's going to be a beatdown. Eagles play the Giants at 7:15.
A hotly contested NFC matchup.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on record. Giants beat the Eagles.
Go on record.
Giants beat the Eagles.
We got history when we come back. Matt Rule, top of the hour. It's a drive.
Hey, Husker fans. Max 10 is turning up the excitement this season. They're giving away a pair of Husker volleyball tickets, and every time you tan, you're entered to win. Experience the 2025 season tour featuring high-pressure tanning, rejuvenating red light therapy, and flawless spray tanning, all for just $20.25. Look good, feel amazing, and cheer on the Lady Huskers in style. Max 10. Take it to the max.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Hi, Sean Callahan here, and I've got some great news for you. Copple Chevrolet GMC is proud to be the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln metros. Copple is also celebrating its 50th anniversary. We want to say thank you to all of our customers that have helped us reach these milestones. So come see why so many customers, including myself, are choosing Copple Chevrolet GMC for their automotive needs. Please check us out at copplecars.com.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the whole Ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at our downtown studio at 11th and O, sponsored by Select Plumbing, Raising Cane's, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Currency, and the Kindler Hotel.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Fern as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through October 12th, enjoy 6-ounce USDA Choice Bacon Wrap Filet Mignon for $9.99 each. 10-pound tubes of 85% lean ground beef, $4.99 per pound. All-natural, thick-cut, bone-in pork chops, $1.99 per pound. And Miller Lite or Coors Light, 24 packs, $17.99 each when you buy 2. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to The Mercado today for the best meat in town. For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainer. Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back on this tremendous Tuesday. Hope the first part of your morning is going great. Some history time, Nick. The man they called Sweetness. Nick, do you know who that is?
I do not.
I keep forgetting.
There's no context there. I mean,
text line.
You got to give me something.
You know what, Nick? But it just shows you this is not your fault. Because
Okay,
you weren't
thank
born
you.
Yet. It's not your fault.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that movie Good Will Hunting. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Text line. Who is Sweetness? Text line. It lighted up really fast. Who is Sweetness? Nick, this is going to be on there literally in about 0.2 seconds on Sweetness when I mention Sweetness. Who is Sweetness? Okay, maybe not.
This is taking a little bit longer. This is not.
Who is Sweetness?
Yeah, good call, AD.
No, there we go, Corey and Lincoln. There we go. Eric says throat chop Nick immediately. See, I just had to refresh. Now they're just Blake, yes. Unknown texter 9079. Yeah, I mean they're just willing it. Eric, yes. Larson, yes. Unknown texter 8050.
You have to remember nicknames are difficult to remember when you're not born yet.
I know.
I do know who Walter Payton is.
I know, but I have to, Nick,
Yes.
I'm giving you some grace.
I
that you were
appreciate
not
that.
born yet, so
I
I'm gonna give you some
appreciate that.
grace.
Tell that to the text line.
Joe B, David, unknown texter 00. I mean, I'm just going so fast. 4446, Joe B, Big Haas, unknown texter 9409. Yes, Rod in South Lincoln, age 60. Yes, Walter Payton, 0017 Payton. Murph, Walter P, the best to do it. Nick, he was called Sweetness, man.
Gotcha. Now I remember.
And do you remember?
No.
You know you don't remember. I cannot say this, dang it, because you don't know.
Well, you can still say it. You're good.
No, I have to redirect the question. What shoes did he make really popular? Text line. What shoes did he make really popular? Because I wanted a pair so bad, and I never got a pair of these, but I wanted some. I wanted some really bad.
I think I do know this one.
What were they?
Were they were the animal on the shoe?
Kangaroos.
Yeah, the ruse. The ruse.
Man.
Yes.
The ruse.
How about that?
Off the chain. Yes, Corey Lincoln, the ruse, man. And my man ran, and he used to run heels for his conditioning. Walter Payton used to do that, but Sweetness, he was definitely taken from us too soon. 1984, Walter Payton, a.k.a. Sweetness, passes up legendary Jim Brown as the NFL's career rushing leader, which we know Emmitt Smith years later would go on to break that miraculous feat as well, Nick. In some baseball history, because Nick,
hello,
guys before your time as well, but I know you know this name. MLB Oakland A's outfielder Ricky Henderson. He was a thief.
He was.
In 1989, he steals a record 8 bases in a playoff series of 5 games against the Toronto Blue Jays.
That's crazy.
And the Toronto Blue Jays,
they're legit. Did you see the grand slam from Vladdy Guerrero Jr.? I'll have to show you during the break.
Yeah.
The sound of the crack of the bat is one of the best sounds in sports. And it was demolished over the left field wall. I got one for you, AD.
Yes.
On this day in 2010, Nebraska football goes to Manhattan, Kansas.
Oh, don't even think about
that. Whoa. Freshman quarterback Taylor Martinez runs for 241 rushing yards on 15 carries, has 4 rushing touchdowns. He was 5 of 7 through the air passing the football for 128 yards. The 1 touchdown pass was to a tight end that was dramatically underused. He was more of a tight end wide receiver hybrid, if you will.
Matt Harrion?
No, Kyler Reed.
Oh, Kyler.
Kyler Reed, who eventually was a coach at at Highland Community College, I believe, down in Kansas. Now, leading the team in tackles this day in 2010 with 16 against the Wildcats, Levante David.
Who had a huge pick on Sunday to secure the win for the go-ahead field goal, the walk-off field goal, if you would.
How about this?
Man, that was 15 years ago.
15 years ago, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, who were a top 10 program, 7th in the country at the time, they knock off who was previously undefeated Kansas State 48-13 in this game on the road in Manhattan. Taylor Martinez does it once again. Cody Green got in to throw some passes as well. Roy Halu Jr., 8 carries, 110 yards, and a touchdown. Rex Burke had 11 carries, 57 yards. Kyler Reed, Mike McNeil, Niles Paul, and Ben Cotton all caught passes for Nebraska. Eric Haig recorded an interception as well. There you go. Alex Henry recorded 12 total points, 2 for 2 on field goals, and 6 for 6 on extra points.
Glory day. Boom, boom,
Dang.
boom. They'll pass you by. Glory day.
What would you say if Nebraska went on the road to Maryland this week and rushed for one single guy rushed for 241 rushing yards?
I'd like our chances of winning.
I would like our chances of winning as well.
Yeah.
My word.
I would like our chances of winning.
15 carries for Taylor Martinez. This was his freshman year. 15 carries for Taylor, 241 rushing yards, and 4 rushing touchdowns.
Nick, the thing about him to where you were just about 6 or 7 years old, once you watch film on him now, you really appreciate it.
I was 9.
He was 9.
I was 9.
His 0 to 60 was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Was absolutely insane. It was like 1 and then go.
Yeah.
Just out. So
it was crazy.
Those are great times, folks. We come back. Going to hear what Coach Rule has to say in his presser from yesterday. Of course, on Tuesdays, you have the coordinators. We'll have that for you tomorrow. It's The Drive. We'll be right back.
Bagels & Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
This is your year, where your team takes it all the way. Win way more than bragging rights at Warhorse Casino, where your love of the game could put $1 million in your pocket. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with prizes all season long. Weekly cash prizes up to $1,000 cash, season-long leaderboards, and a chance to win $1 million. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Hi, I'm Sarai, your personal banker here at Midwest Bank. I'm proud to serve our community in English and in Espanol because everyone deserves a banker who understands them. This Hispanic Heritage Month, we're celebrating the traditions, values, and dreams that make our community strong. Whether you're opening your first account, planning for the future, or growing your business, estoy aquí para ayudarle a alcanzar sus metas. I'm here to help you reach your goals. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Join LES at 6 p.m. Thursday, October 9th at the LES Operations Center to learn about the utilities' proposed 2026 budget and electric rates, and share your input at the annual public meeting. Learn more at les.com.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the whole ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at our downtown studio at 11th and O. Sponsored by Select Plumbing, Raising Cane's, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Currency, and the Kindler Hotel.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Tune in every Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m. for The Law of Lift with Dr. Lawrence Chatters. Sit back and enjoy listening to Dr. Chatters discuss real stories involving struggle, inspiration, and real-life experiences with special guests and insights. Remember, the higher the pressure, the greater the lift. The Law of Lift with Dr. Lawrence Chatters. Every Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m. right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting lincolnteammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of B.J. Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostrider. Watch out! Mafisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good!
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back. Coach Rule had some words to say in his presser yesterday. Unless you've been under a rock someplace, you know Nebraska is going to break tradition a little bit. They're going to leave and fly out on Thursday for Saturday's game compared to Friday. Just for logistical purposes, Nick, logistical reasons. They're going to practice at a local football field there on Friday. I believe with a walkthrough is all it'll be anyway. You get a day, and I kind of like the move, Nick. You get a day to get acclimated. You know, you leave on Friday. It's a rush. Nick, you travel, imagine traveling with, 100-plus guys. Obviously, the travel schedule, the travel roster's less.
70.
But when you bring in personnel, they bring in their own cooks. You bring in camera, film, AV, media. All of those things become cumbersome. It's not like they're flying to, Chicago. They're flying to Illinois. They're flying to New Jersey. But just to be there, get acclimated. I said New Jersey, Maryland. My mind's over the place. I was in Jersey.
It is.
They'll fly to Maryland.
I love you.
I love you. I'll go to Jersey if you like me to, and I will run to Maryland.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So logistical reasons wise, it makes sense to me.
Listen, the tie lobe, is it choking you a little bit?
Nick, I got it.
Stopping the blood flow?
I used to wear, good morning, young lady. And she looked at me and kept going.
Yeah,
She didn't see me.
oh.
I think it's the sunglasses because my brother in dark.
Well, we're not in the dark, so
I'm a little bit. We looking from the street. You do a little bit.
I just think she didn't want to wave at you.
Yeah. I'm going to go brighten her day. I'll be right back. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting.
See if he'll wave.
We're going to do a bet, Nick, one morning. How many people we can get to wave at us that are walking by? We had to do that.
That's tough because it's not a consistent number. It's not like the same number of people. We can always count on the gentleman that has the dart hanging out of his mouth. We can always count on him.
Dude, it's actually kind of cool how he does it.
Yeah.
He'll be literally, Nick, I don't know how he does it. I don't know if he's got some stickum on that sucker. But, I've seen him in rainstorms. I'm like,
He's got it on rainstorms. Oh, man.
You still see the orange halo just going.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, he's walking in 40 miles per hour wind. That lung dart still got the orange glow on it for
What
him.
did Will Smith say in Getting Jiggy with It? He said, I don't light it, I just bite it. That's what I feel like. That's what he does. It's for the look.
Yeah, I think it's just part of his morning routine, man.
There you go.
It may just kind of be a fixation with his lips or something. He's got to have it. That sucker just
got
to have a lung dart on.
Could be far worse.
Yeah. Well, folks, we'll hear what Coach Rule has to say regarding Saturday's game as well as upcoming against Maryland.
Let's talk about it. Let's first get the injury update on Malcolm Hartzog, somebody that's missed a couple of games for the Huskers, a starting defensive back. Let's see if he's going to be coming back this week.
I'm hopeful, but this is certainly a game we'd love to have him. We tried to warm him up and see how he was, and he's just not there. So I'm not sure yet, to be honest with you. But we'll get to tomorrow and we'll see where he's at. We had some guys come out of the game banged up, so we'll see who can practice and who can't. We could certainly use Malcolm. Not that other guys aren't doing well, but he's got a ton of production for us. And in a game like this, with the speed that they have at wide out, we'd love to have him.
So there you go. I would not bet on Malcolm Hartzog being a part of the thing Saturday.
Yeah.
Now here, sorry to interrupt to AD. I think what's interesting is now, will they travel him? Will they send him with them? Because if not, since you have restrictions now, it's a matter of, if they're going to work him out the day of the game and see if he can go in a limited capacity, then yeah, obviously you take him with you. But if you kind of know by Thursday, that's one of the keys about leaving Thursday instead of Friday, it gives him one fewer day here to be rehabbing and trying to get into a spot to where he can come out and play on Saturday. And so with that being said, that's where it is kind of interesting, because not only will they have one fewer day to test him out here in Lincoln before they have to decide whether or not they want to take him and include him as part of that 70 that travels, because ideally, now we've seen it in the past where Nebraska has brought guys on that travel roster just for leadership purposes, right? And I get that. I 100% understand that. However, for the most part, you would like all 70 available to play in some capacity. So it'll be interesting to see if he even makes the trip. I would imagine he will, though.
You look at if he doesn't make that trip, as far as starting his, you got Jameer Khan, of course,
Yeah.
his backup in there, and Jameer Khan, of course, who had the block punt on Saturday against Sparty. So, yeah, there's some decisions to be made. Obviously, it's Tuesday, so we'll see how that goes. But like even listening in Rule's voice, it doesn't sound, Nick, promising.
He just doesn't. I don't know what it has been about Matt Rule these last couple of weeks. I don't know if it's more of an annoyance because he feels like he has to defend. He doesn't feel like he has to, because he's gotten up there and had to defend his team so much over the last 2 weeks since the Michigan loss. It feels like he is trying to like tell people, look, we're doing a lot of good things. Stop talking about the bad. And he kind of said that yesterday. He kind of joked around with some reporters of like, it's okay to say good things. It's okay to talk about positive things. And I get that. However, he even said something like, he's like, they're all going to subscribe. People are still going to subscribe, even if you say good things. And it almost comes off as a little of an annoyance that we are criticizing Nebraska the way we are. However, like we said at the first segment, AD, both things can be true. You're 4-1. That's great. Step in the right direction. That doesn't mean it's always sunshine and rainbows, though.
You know what, Nick? I get both sides.
I do too.
Like you said, both can be true at the same time. I can understand the folks that are in the media room that ask the questions about some of the things that aren't as encouraging. I can understand his viewpoint as a coach. Say, look, we just played our butts off.
Yeah.
And which we didn't play. We played absolutely abysmal in the second quarter, and we still found a way to get it done. Let's talk about some of that. So I get both sides.
I do too.
Both have a job to do. I think some of that too is Rule. You're looking for a coach that's going to speak up and stick up for his team.
Yeah.
As well. But I think it's just part of it comes with the territory, man.
I'm sure.
Territory.
I think it's interesting. He talked about stat rankings and how they fall into culture. Here's what Matt Rule had to say. This is a little bit of a longer answer, about a minute and a half long.
Well, I appreciate that. I think before you win a game, you can't lose it. Like, you don't give the game away. Like, don't beat ourselves, right? Like, and so, I think when you're like you talk, there's 3 stages of winning, right? There's eliminating losing football, right? That's the first year we were minus 16 or whatever we were in turnovers. It's going to be no matter what we wear, no matter what music we listen to before the game, it doesn't matter if you're minus 16. Then you start playing winning football. Then you start trying to play championship football, and turnover margin, all those things. They start to, because it's one thing to not give the ball away, which we're doing a pretty good job, but we're taking the ball away. That's jumping up, which that's about playmakers. That's about the way you're playing. So I think it's discipline. I think it's when guys all understand, like, hey, before I can make a play, I first have to do my job. But then after I do my job, I have to go make a play. That's the hardest thing in football now. Like Bill Belichick said, do your job. And coaches say, do your job. And then when the game's on the line, they say, no, go make a play. And kids are like, do I do my job or do I make a play? Well, we try to clearly define it as like, hey, do your responsibility. And then run over there and hunt and go make a play. And so I think our guys are getting that. It takes a while to get that. But yeah, we're proud of those stats. We're proud of being in the tops in the country at throwing the ball. We're proud of being in the tops in the country at stopping the pass. Some areas we have to improve upon. We know that. But I do think the hidden ones are the penalties, special teams, the turnover margin. The thing with those things, though, is they don't carry over. And that's the biggest, I would rather be +1 every game in the turnover margin than be +6 on the year. Like, I just want to win it every game because that gives you a chance.
Okay, so to that point, I mean, this is where you do have to give Matt Rule and his staff credit here, because Nebraska, the year he took over, as he mentioned, Nebraska was 132nd in the country in turnover margin at -17. Last year in 2024, Nebraska, it was actually 73rd in the country at -2 over the course of their entire season. So far this season, through 5 games, Nebraska is 8th in the country at +6. So there's that. I mean, the end of the day, here's the deal. If Nebraska is just 0 the rest of the way, they'll still a team that finished +6 in turnover margin last year was Florida and Tennessee and Illinois. They were tied for 35th in the country in turnover margin. So even if Nebraska did not force or commit another turnover the entire season, if we're going off of last year's rankings, they would have jumped up in 3 years from 132nd in 23 to 73rd in 2024 to 35th in 2025. So yeah, there is a growth, a trajectory.
I'll come back. That's how I used to draw my trucks when I was little.
Oh my gosh, it looks like a little Hot Wheels.
Yeah. So that's why I started laughing.
Okay,
Going back to my childhood. Nick, it goes back to your point with special teams, though. How bad our special teams really was.
Yeah.
That number, those numbers you just read, it's 113th.
132nd in turnover margin.
132nd up to 8th right now.
Yeah.
Nick, as much as we can be frustrated with certain aspects, we can go on and on and on.
Yeah.
You can't ignore the progress.
No, and
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Matt Rule was asked about Mike Eckler's impact in the special teams game. Here's what he had to say.
I think you'd have to start with Mike. You know what I mean? I think he's brought an energy to it, but I don't want to minimize it because I think everyone he might get mad at me for saying that. I think everyone sees like the jumping around in the locker room and all that stuff. That's not what it is. It's his teaching progressions are amazing. His attention to he truly uses on his interview, I had to tell him to stop because he uses the Socratic method where he's consistently asking you questions and making you respond and think. And I was like, heck, I can't do this, bro. It's like an hour of this. Please do it, because it was me and Snow interviewing him. But I think it's great because you go to his meetings and everyone's dialed in and everyone's locked in. Here's how I knew it. It was like, I don't think it was Thursday or Friday. Sat was like, man, I can't wait for Jameer. They're going to come out and they're going to line up like this. We're going to check to this. And Jameer's going to ice stun the guy. I mean, that's like when your tight ends coach is saying this is what's going to happen in the game. It's because it's been taught so well. And then I think then the energy and the passion of it, he inspires belief. He has your back if you do make a mistake. Like we told Jameer, I personally told Jameer, which is not the way I am. And I'm pretty proud of the fact right now that we're 15th in the country in penalties because that's not the way it was the first 2 years. But I said, hey, if you run in the punter, you run the punter. I don't care. Go block the kick. Just wanted to free him up. So I think Eck's teaching progression is elite. I don't want to minimize the impact of Brett Maher because when you have specialists and the specialist has somebody who's done it that they can. The last thing, because for 10 years of my career, it was like me being like, come on, put it through the upright. What do I know about? It's like me talking about some of the golf swing, right? So you got Brett over there, and he's like, even some of the things Brett taught me this year, early on, we weren't making real long kicks. And Brett was like, no, coach, we're being consistent here. Now we'll start to work back. He's just so patient with it. I really blame myself that I probably should have kicked some more kicks in games 2 and 3 before the 4th game. Instead of going for it because I was trying to be respectful of the opponent, but I should have probably kicked a few more. But so anyway, I think it's Eck. I think it's Brett Maher. I think the job that Nick and Josh do to help Eck, and I think our players are super bought into it. Yeah, they love the fact that we're making plays.
I will say this before we get to the field goal stuff. I will say this: it was obvious they knew they were punting they're blocking the punt. They knew that they were going to get back there.
Yeah.
On a multitude.
Well, it's like you mentioned though, your conversation with Eck is we're going to get one.
Yeah.
And Nick.
The best part was the people in the Twitter mentions this 100% did not happen, Nick.
Well, the thing about Nick, my dad would always say, you know the truth, right?
There's a reason I didn't reply to people.
Yeah, you don't got to. When you know the truth, you ain't got to say a word.
Anyway, no, okay. So the last part, I will say this. I found it interesting because Rule did admit that he's like, I should have kicked.
Points.
Oh, well, no. Okay, so
get the points.
Potentially.
Give him reps.
Give him reps so that they can go. Yeah,
which hopefully equal points.
Yeah, exactly. Because he specifically said I should have kicked more field goals in games 2 and 3 so that we could get ready for game 4.
Nick, I respect the fact that he just admits it and said, you know what?
Oh, 100%.
But you know what, Nick? Coach Osborne do that. Just not even going with the coach, but you look at your coaches out there. And some coaches don't own up to it. I like the way that Rule just simply said, hey, you know what? That's on me.
Yeah.
I can do better than that. Unknown texter 0064. Good morning, Tigos. Nebraska fans and Nebraska media, I would say some, not all,
No,
start,
please.
Start realizing that winning football games is all that matters. How it looked doesn't really matter as long as you get the W. Unknown texter 0064. I could not agree with you 1,000,000,000%, brother. At the end of the day, just freaking win. A lot of my buddies tease me sometimes when I post just win.
Yeah.
No, we need to win this way. No, buddy, just win. Because think about winning, Nick, that's always comfortable. Everything else, every other conversation is a lot easier to have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you're losing close games or losing ugly, man, there's just no easy way to deal with it. But when you win games, and I don't care how ugly it is, when you win, at least you knew you did something right to get it done, maybe despite yourself.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. You look at those numbers you rattled off. That shows improvement. And I think sometimes, and I'm just saying, some people, I'm not saying you, this person or that person over there. Sometimes people get so fixated on the things that need to be fixed rather than celebrating the things that went well. And it's not, believe me, I guarantee you, Raiola and both of our tackles and guards and center, they realize, hey, we got to improve. Dylan realized you cannot hold on the ball for 4.05 seconds. You got to get rid of the ball. And I go on and on down the line with everybody on that team in some shape or form capacity. But at the end of the day, you won a game. You weren't the past 10 years, I would say. I don't see a Nebraska team that would have outscored a team 24-6 in the fourth quarter.
That's 100% accurate, AD. I will tell you that I am tired of. Not even tired. I'm ready for the narrative of, no, Nebraska wouldn't have won that game in the past. I'm ready for that to be done.
Yeah, but we have to we have to show it.
It takes time.
Because this
right?
was just a year ago that
exactly.
we were saying it. Yeah.
It takes time, but there's a part of me to where I'm sitting there going, yeah, you know what? I'm kind of ready for us to be able to stop saying that.
Mm-hmm.
And now it just takes time and it takes wins in that fashion for us to be able to stop saying it.
You know what, Nick? You look at Joe Namath.
Okay.
Joe Namath had the horrible incident on Monday Night Football with Susie Colbert, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
He said, you know what? I got to stop drinking. He made some changes, but it didn't happen right away where people started realizing that's not him. That's not him. No.
Yeah.
He showed that, you know what? I made some changes because it's going to take some time to prove that. Nebraska is going to have to do the same thing when it comes to these games. They're going to have to show a pattern of different behavior before people begin to view you different.
Oh, 100%.
And they're with each win they're getting, you even go back to week 1 against Cincinnati. In fact, one of the texters, and forgive me for forgetting who that was that texted in, I do think Cincinnati is going to be rated before Nebraska because, quite honestly, they went into KU, knocked off number 25 KU. They won at home against number 13th or 14th ranked Iowa State.
That's right.
And I don't blame them for getting rated before we do. You know, as long as we got to take care of our business, but Nebraska is showing week by week that we're going to change that identity, but you got to keep winning games.
Sure, for sure.
Folks, when we come back, we're going to talk some baseball. And maybe
we are
more Huskers too.
I would say more Huskers.
I want some
for
more
sure.
Huskers too, but I just want to hear your thoughts going into the game tomorrow, Nick. We come back, we got some more Husker football to discuss. And also, Bo Lever, I want to read your text regarding sweetness because it's right on point. We'll be right back. It's The Drive.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
This just in, hot off the bench press. Planet Fitness has expanded strength equipment. We're raising the bar with these benches, and our hack squat will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all the best-in-class equipment we've always had. There's no better time to get stronger. Join the club today for $1 down, $15 a month, now through October 10th. Planet Fitness is proud to partner with Boys and Girls Clubs of America to create stronger, kinder communities. See Home Club for details.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Join LES at 6 p.m. Thursday, October 9th at the LES Operations Center to learn about the utilities' proposed 2026 budget and electric rates, and share your input at the annual public meeting. Learn more at les.com.
Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Verne as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's schwisow.com. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska businesses and communities like yours. Learn how we can help you at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
Are you ready to transform your body and your life in just 10 weeks? At Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, our kickboxing challenge combines heart-pumping cardio, strength training, and proven nutrition coaching to deliver real results. Lose fat, gain strength, and feel more confident than ever. Spots are limited. Don't wait. Join the next Farrell's 10-week challenge starting October 11th and take the first swing towards a healthier, stronger you. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, results, not excuses. Join today, fxblincoln.com. That's fxblincoln.com.
Tune in every Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m. for the Law of Lift with Dr. Lawrence Chatters. Sit back and enjoy listening to Dr. Chatters discuss real stories involving struggle, inspiration, and real-life experiences with special guests and insights. Remember, the higher the pressure, the greater the lift. The Law of Lift with Dr. Lawrence Chatters. Every Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m. right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Nick, are you excited to hit the airplanes again tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to be out in Chicago.
It's direct flight, so no hiccups.
I am excited for that quite a bit. I was texting back and forth with a friend of the program, Connor Onion of Fox Sports and Big Ten Network.
Man.
I was texting back and forth with him yesterday. I think we're gonna meet up. He's gonna be at Big Ten Media Days on Thursday.
Nice.
And so we'll meet up with Connor Onion, resident fellow Cubs fan, Connor Onion.
I love it.
We'll see what happens.
You know, and I'm going to read Bo Lieber, I forgot about you. I'm going to read you at my AD attitude, because it basically it just encompasses everything about attitude regarding sweetness and what he did. Nick, one other thing I want to bring up about Nebraska, like I said, obviously this is the last day we'll talk about Sparty, because we're on to
wait, AD, do you feel like the media are the problem?
No, I don't think the media is the problem.
Okay, good.
I put in there, totally agree. You know,
that's what I saw.
Yeah, totally.
I had to double check.
No, in regards to just taking a win for a win, you know.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, any great team is open to being scrutinized.
Yeah.
You know, because they realize every great team has kinks in the armor, and when you become blind to that kink is going to become a gouging hole. You have to acknowledge those. And I think it's the media's responsibility at times to say, hey, well, what about this? What about that? It's not ignoring the bright spots. The media is doing their job, because you're going to put a flashlight, you're going to examine everything, because that's if you're not doing that, that's not your job. Because think about this, Nick, as the media, you guys and gals, and I'm part of the media, it's being a radio show, but I don't do interviews, go down things like that. But you're danged if you do, dang you don't. If you don't ask tough questions, they're homers.
I was gonna say
they don't ask the tough questions.
On the flip side, it's why, because we got a text on Monday on yesterday's show, Austin and I, that was like, why don't you guys just ask Matt Rule about Donovan Raiola? Why don't you just ask him if he's thinking about making a change at offensive line coach? And it's like, because morally and ethically, that's not what you do in the middle of the season. That's not when you don't come out in the middle of the season and be like, hey, so hey Matt, you guys are 4-1, but the offensive line's been atrocious. So you thinking about making a change, or what are we thinking?
That is disrespectful.
Like you don't do that.
No,
so I think that this is not me like standing up on a soapbox and being like, you need to respect the media. The media is all that. Like, no, trust me, I get it that there's a lot of issues and there's a lot of personal agendas and vendettas that are maybe in other markets and stuff. I can only speak about the Nebraska market in all seriousness, is that there are a lot of folks that cover Nebraska football, a lot. And I've spoken to people that have covered now other programs and stuff like that. This is another thing, is I don't think anybody is necessarily concerned about getting like banned or reprimanded from press conferences or like practices. Like I don't think this, number one, the staff really does that. Maybe previous staffs would have done that, but like I just think that it is very, I will say this, it is very difficult to please everybody. You're never going to please everybody. But on one side, it is the media's job, our job, to dive into the stats and go, okay, is this 100% authentic? Is this actually progress? Where were they at in 2021 compared to 2022? Where were they at in 24 compared to 25? Like, that's part of it. And if that comes across as judgmental or as criticism, then so be it. But at the end of the day, if you're doing your job as a media member, you are reporting facts and you're reporting quotes and not as much of a columnist and an opinion writer. And so therefore, you can get into a spiraling feel. So
yeah, it's a no-win situation, as far as that goes. I mean, you got to do your job. Both parties got to do their jobs, and I mean, that's what you have to do. There's uncomfortable moments for both sides when you do that, but you know that when you get in that certain space, that's going to be part of it, man.
Yeah.
Nick, regarding,
I think another thing from a program standpoint, AD,
mm-hmm.
if you do things, if you're doing things in the right way, right? We like to encompass this and like just saying, if you're doing things the right way, whatever that entails and whatever that means, if you're doing things the right way, you should want to talk about them, and you should want to defend, and you should want to stand up for your team, and you should have no issue. Like, it's the whole conversation of like spring games under Scott Frost. Here's the thing. Like, this is the thing that probably bothered me the most, is they were so concerned about not showing anything in spring games. Do you see Ohio State holding back? Do you see Alabama holding back? All these top echelon programs, do they go out and be like, yeah, you know what, we're going to keep some things close to the vest just to why? It's April. It's April. Like, teams are going to be, you should be having so much more growth from April to August. And you should have this mentality, if you truly believe in what you're teaching in your team, you should have this mentality of like, we don't care. And this is where, according to what I've heard and what I know about Nebraska history, is they would line up, they'd tell you what play they're going to run and still run it down your throats. Don't say you want to get back to that and then not act like it. That's what has bothered me about it in the past. And so that's where, like, I do respect Ryan Day, because he'll stand up there at Big Ten Media Days in July, AD, and he'll tell you everything they want to do. He'll be as transparent as possible. You know why? Because they don't think that you knowing ahead of time gives you an advantage.
Yeah, when you have an established culture, and that's something that Coach Rule and company are doing right now. They're trying to establish a culture like that, to where it's like, well, you know what we're going to do, but we do it better than what you could stop it with what your ability is to stop it. And the thing about progress, it's not perfect.
No,
but it's persistent.
100%.
That is one thing Nebraska has shown this year. Obviously, in the games they were tested, and even against Michigan. People say, well, the score is not indicative. It was. Well, they still lost by 3.
Absolutely.
In a game of, in years past, I know we're talking about, they would have just gave up long before then. So Nebraska, again, progress is not perfection, but it's persistent. And it's good to see a Nebraska team like this doing this, because, Nick, think about this. For basically half of your lifetime, you've seen Nebraska be consistently lose games they should.
1,000%.
So they have to flip the coin on what they're consistent at doing.
Yeah, we got this text in, and this is just important for perspective, because not everybody knows this, and this is what I'm getting at, and it's okay. It's not fans' job to know this. This is what I'm getting at. Also, it's their job to be a fan and enjoy that. Unnamed texter asks, is that why offensive line coach Donovan Raiola hasn't had a presser in a while? Is he trying to duck the questions? If we don't hold our coaches accountable, then what's the point?
No position.
Here's the thing. During the season, no position coaches speak to the media. There's a reason that the only people that we get to talk to, that on record, that media gets to talk to, is head coach on Monday and Thursday, coordinators on Tuesdays. That is it. And so that's, frankly, like, I am surprised at some point, maybe in the middle of the season, we might hear from Mike Eckler, but that's because he's the special teams coordinator. We only hear from coordinators in the middle of the season. That's why we have it in the summer or in spring ball, when there's a press conference every single day. Well, it's because you're hearing from head coach on Monday, you're hearing from coordinators on Tuesdays, you're hearing from position coaches on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and that's how it is. But once fall ball starts or fall camp starts, it is strictly head coach and coordinators are the only ones. So it's not anybody ducking ducking questions on purpose. Donovan Raiola, also, if you know anything about him, he just doesn't duck it. Like he'd be pretty straightforward as it is.
And in some of the places that maybe some of our listeners are listening from, in your organization, they're not going to talk to the person in accounting, the person in marketing, the person in branding. No, you're going to talk to the CEO or the director of communications.
Yeah.
And you'll have one message. When you have a bunch of people out there speaking, the message gets
absolutely
it can get watered down. It can get mixed. Now, granted, if it is get mixed, you got a problem. What I'm simply saying is, you want to minimize the opportunities for someone to say something that's not on brand.
100%.
That's not in lockstep and key with everybody else. And that's why you only have your coordinators and Rule. That way, everybody's on a court. You got a job to do.
Like, these position coaches have meetings. They have got jobs to do.
It's no different in corporate America. Every organization I've ever worked for, you talked with your director of communications, or you talked to your CEO, CFO, or your COO, one of those guys. You didn't hear from all the rest of the people. It was like, what's the message? What are we conveying? And we walk out with the same message.
I would also say, in addition, Nebraska is unique in the fact that we do hear from Matt Rule on Thursdays. So a lot of universities don't allow their head coaches to speak or don't need their head coaches. This is where Nebraska's a league of their own. In terms of like Michigan State, you can't find a Thursday Jonathan Smith press conference. Like you can't, and stuff. And maybe at other big institutions you can, but it is, I mean, that is what it is. It's Monday and Wednesday and Thursday for Matt Rule. And so like, I will also say this. I've never been in the conversation of like, oh man, we're entitled to hear from these coaches. No, we're entitled to then, if we don't hear from them, we have to be able to trust them that as fans and as spectators, that they're doing everything they need to do Monday through Friday to get ready for Saturday. And if they don't perform on Saturday, then we ask them about it on Monday. But if they do, then we ask them about it on Monday. Everything stays the same. We as media, you got to stay consistent, but also coaches have to stay consistent. And so back to the position coaches, like Donovan Raiola speaking to the media for 12 minutes on a Wednesday doesn't do anything when, granted, I mean, in all honesty, there's probably preparation that can be made and things that he can be working on, or instead of taking his time away from that. Like, so there's a lot in just that situation. So there's nobody's ducking questions. Matt Rule surely doesn't duck any questions. So yeah, there's nothing like that from position coaches.
Now, to kind of put a bow on this, I would say this. I'm more confident going into Maryland than I was before they played Michigan State.
Okay.
And I say that you don't know how a team is going to respond after the loss they took. Mm-hmm. Then you add in the bye week, which Raph mentioned that 3 others seemed like the longest bye week in the history of byes. It seemed like it was eternity from when they played Michigan to when they played Michigan State. They showed hints of some rustiness. They showed hints of bad habits in that second quarter. They just played hints of being checked out in that second quarter. What impressed me the most, what gave me more confidence going to Maryland, I'm not saying Nebraska's going to go in there and do X, Y, or Z. I'm just simply saying I have more confidence in that, how they said, you know what, let's regather ourselves. All right, let's recalibrate, let's refocus, and let's get this done. I was very impressed the way they've done that, because I hadn't seen that in so long with the Nebraska team, without just, once there was an explosion, it's like, you know what? Oh no, we ain't gonna just implode. We're gonna give you a mushroom top explosion,
Yeah.
And they mitigated that by getting themselves together. So I was impressed at how they brought themselves back together again to outscore them 24-6.
Well, and I'll say this: in the previous regime, Nebraska did not win a game coming into a bye week, or going into a bye week, or coming out of a bye week. And so that's a step in the right direction. As we talk about things that are positives, that's a step in the right direction for Nebraska, is that they have, in the previous coaching staff, did not win a game going into a bye week or coming out of a bye week. And that's something that Matt Rule did last year, and he's done this year. Now, I've always been a big fan of, like, you have to be able to control your bye week, and there's no excuse to not be prepared for the next game. There's a lot that goes into, like, they're installing some things. Maybe they're having some lower level coaches and quality control guys starting to get stuff ready for Minnesota and starting to get stuff ready for maybe Northwestern down the road. They're not necessarily installing it. They might install bits and pieces of it in a couple of weeks at a time. Like, I think some of the stuff that they probably ran against Michigan State was installed the week of Michigan and things like that. But there's a lot going on. There's a lot of oars in the water. And so while for a lot of the top tier coaches, yeah, they're probably really focused on, all right, dominating Maryland this week, and they were last week. But then beneath them, some of their assistants, some of the quality control guys, I'm sure they are taking notes and getting stuff prepared for Minnesota, because you get off of that Maryland game, and it's quickly Sunday by the time you get back, and you're going to fly to Minnesota on Thursday. You have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, part of Thursday to get ready. You have 4 days, 4.5 days if you include Sunday afternoon,
right,
to get ready. So it's going to be a quick turnaround for the Huskers with that Friday night game.
Very quick turnaround. Folks, we're going to make a quick turnaround as well. We will be right back with some history. Believer, I have not forgot about you. We're going to read a little bit with sweetness and what it means as far as our history, and just how his name in aura continues to make ripples in today's NFL, today's world, as far as that goes. We'll be back. It's The Drive.
Tune in every Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m. for The Law of Lift with Dr. Lawrence Chatters. Sit back and enjoy listening to Dr. Chatters discuss real stories involving struggle, inspiration, and real-life experiences with special guests and insights. Remember, the higher the pressure, the greater the lift. The Law of Lift with Dr. Lawrence Chatters. Every Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m. right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
After a long, hot summer, are you ready for fall? What about your home? Is your heating system ready for cooler temperatures ahead? Call Bryant for your fall heating check. No matter what brand of equipment you own, Bryant's trained technicians will thoroughly clean and inspect your furnace or heat pump to make sure you stay warm, safe, and comfortable. Call today to schedule your home heating check. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Nebraska Lottery.
Do you have a new lotto game called Nebraska Pick 4?
Yes, sir. It costs just $1 to play. There's a $6,000 top prize with drawings every day, and you can choose from 6 different bet types.
Kind of like Nebraska Pick 3 with a bigger jackpot and more bet options?
Yes, sir. Any other questions I can answer?
Yeah, I misplaced my phone. Do you know where it is?
You're using it.
Ah, so I am. You lottery people know everything.
Straight bet top prize odds 1 in 10,000.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Are you ready to transform your body and your life in just 10 weeks? At Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, our kickboxing challenge combines heart-pumping cardio, strength training, and proven nutrition coaching to deliver real results. Lose fat, gain strength, and feel more confident than ever. Spots are limited. Don't wait. Join the next Farrell's 10-week challenge starting October 11th and take the first swing towards a healthier, stronger you. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, results, not excuses. Join today, fxblincoln.com. That's fxblincoln.com.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in season? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill,
open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back. It's going to be me and Bach rocking with you tomorrow morning. We cannot wait. We'll have both of the coordinators at 10 o'clock. Of course, Butler and Dana Dane. That was a group back in the day, Nick.
Okay.
Dana Dane. I like how you said it. Just real typical pies. Okay, whatever, dude.
I'll believe you.
It was Dana Dane has done it again. Feels good. You know, yeah.
No, keep going, please. I'm learning.
That song came out when your parents were probably in high school.
Yeah. What was the song name?
It was by Dana Dane.
How do you spell that?
Let's not worry about it.
Okay, here we go. Dana Dane. Not Dana Dane.
But they would say that in songs sometimes, though, man.
Do you remember Cinderfella?
Yes.
That came out in 1987.
Mm-hmm. I was 13. And your parents would have been about 17.
Ooh.
Because your dad, how old is Craig? 54? 55?
Oh, gosh, no.
How old is Craig?
He is 62, 63.
So he's 11 years. He's he's older brother Mark and Miles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, he'd have been a senior in high school then, or getting close to it. No, he'd have been out of high school by about 4 years.
I don't know. I don't know how much to. I love my father, but I don't know if he was listening to Dana Dane in high school. And, do you think they were listening to a lot of Dana Dane in Dorchester, Nebraska?
Probably some Aerosmith, a little Iron Maiden.
Yeah. Dorchester, Nebraska probably wasn't listening to his birth name, Dana McLeese.
The way you said it, Dana McLeese from Brooklyn.
That is right, Brooklyn. He is 60 years old right now. Dana is. That's funny. Yeah.
Hey, they might have been rocking Run DMC though, man.
Maybe a little bit. I highly doubt the Dana Dane. Anyway.
If DF was listening, I know DF knows about Dana Dane, man.
Hey, AD. Eric asks, is it frustrating working with a kid half your age?
You know what, Eric? No, because it's like that song, It's a Whole New World. Nick is hearing groups he's never heard of before, shoe brands he's never heard of before. It's like literally, man, it's like a blank chalkboard. I can just write history all over it.
You can leave quite the imprint on me. You know, when we pass and on to another life, there'll be the AD imprint on my body.
Hopefully it's good.
Polka dot ties. I can pull them off. That's what I've learned the most. That's what I've learned the most. Anyway.
Bo Lever, I want to get to this for the AD attitude adjustment because, Bo Lever, you're spot on. I'm glad you brought this to my attention. I had something else, but I want to read this because Walter Payton was the epitome of grace, of class, of respect, and the attitude that he ran the ball with. It wasn't like Walter was running 4.3s and 4.4s out there, Nick. He just ran. He reminds me, let me put it this way. No, Pacheco. No, hear me out. His violent running style reminds me of Walter Payton.
Okay.
That he was a very violent runner. But I'm going to read this with Bo Lever. And Bo Lever thinks again. He goes, talking about Walter Payton, he brought people together, uniting them on game day. He created a chance for connection between people. He also cultivated love and sweetness off the gridiron. The reason the Man of the Year award is named after him is because he created his own foundation while he played, donating money and toys to kids in need in Chicago. The most endearing part, he did it anonymously for the longest time. Walter Payton's legacy lives on, associated with one of the most meaningful and heartwarming awards in the NFL. How special is that? And Bo Lever,
I concur. You're spot on. He was just an amazing man. Hence why all these years later, they have the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award, which was named, of course, after the great late Walter Payton.
Trivia question? Do you know who won the first Walter Payton Award? In 1970. I did know this part. First, he played for, I believe it was the Baltimore Colts at the time.
It wasn't Unitas.
It was.
They renamed the award because Peyton wasn't even. Well, Peyton was early 70s when he started playing. Yeah. Johnny Unitas. I got lucky, but you mentioned the Colts.
Right.
I just got
lucky.
Yeah,
Baltimore Colts.
Love it.
Nice. How about that? Wow, look at you.
Oh, I'm trying, man. My little polka dot tie. But this is getting snatched off for a very comfy sweatsuit when I do meetings this afternoon via Zoom. Swim, a good time as always. You and Austin travel safe to Big Ten Media Days, man. Folks, thanks for riding with us this morning. We and Bach will be back tomorrow for another ride. Folks, it's your attitude, your choice. Make it a great drive.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies and light winds, acting high around 67. Tonight, clear skies and light and variable winds, low around 45. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies with a light breeze, acting high near 69. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive